ESPN's resident race baiter Stephen A. Smith is still trying to make Colin Kaepernick a thing, and you know I have some final thoughts. Colin Kaepernick hasn't played football in 5 years, but because he was the first to garner widespread attention for his America-hating tantrums, he will forever be a martyr for the faux civil rights movement of whiny Wokesters. And that's fine. Let him be a social justice warrior, a Nike ambassador, an influencer for all things ungrateful and anti-American. Whatever. But for the love of God, can y'all stop trying to convince professional sports that professional victim Colin Kaepernick is still a professional athlete? Every time an NFL player gets hurt or retires or breaks a damn pinky nail, the political activist wannabes over at ESPN, aka MSNBC Light, try to make Kaepernick happen again.
Right now. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
Don't do it.
As Keyshawn and I were talking about this outside as well. You know what? This is a different subject for another day, maybe. It will never happen, in my opinion. Might want to make that call to Colin Kaepernick. Might want to take that change. Might want to find out. Now, he ain't been around, but he's a playmaker with his legs. Who's available? You got to take that into consideration. You got to take all. Now, I don't think it will ever happen because it's in Texas, in the state of Texas. You understand what I'm saying? You know, patriotic individuals that they pride themselves on being since, you know, the whole Kaepernick situation was hijacked. That narrative was hijacked. To them, it's that. And Jerry Jones not going to let that get in the way of business. But I would think about it. I would say that.
Good Lord, Stephen A. Smith wants Kaepernick to be in the NFL more than he does at this point. Give it a rest. He's not good enough to be in the NFL, Stephen. He was benched 5 years ago because he wasn't good enough then, let alone now. He opted out of his 49ers contract to become a professional crybaby. He sued and settled with the NFL. Then, when the attention started to dwindle, he was given opportunity after opportunity, a workout, tryouts, all of it, and still, he wet the bed. None of it due to racism. Hate to break the news, but the vast majority of those who play in the NFL are black. And Stephen A. Smith sure as hell knows all of that, but he has to play that race card because he can't help himself. Stephen, if we want to resurrect quarterbacks who aren't good enough to play anymore, why don't we hear you chirping about giving Tim Tebow a call? Doesn't fit the color palette or what? Shoot, at this point in the woke matrix of idiocy, why doesn't Kaepernick just identify as a woman and play Powerpuff since probably, maybe, he has a legit shot at that? Or maybe Colin could take a shot at the presidency since there doesn't seem to be any basic standards left over at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Both are good options, more realistic options than the gosh darn National Football League Colin himself likened to slavery. And by Colin's own logic, Stephen, why are you pushing so hard for him to be re-enslaved? Let sleepy dogs and failed footballers lie and stop trying to make Kaepernick a thing. It's done. It's over. Let's move on. And those are my final thoughts. Be sure to catch the entire show on Outkick.com and follow me across social media at Tomi Lahren. From Nashville, God bless and take care.